Hello there, and welcome back to Construction Simulator. Yes, back on good old Construction Simulator, ready for another day. Ready to finish some of the missions, huh? Heck yeah. We're going to be doing that, and we're also going to be going over some patch notes today, too, so that should be fun. So, yeah. Hopefully, this should be a good one, because we'll be able to finish all the missions and whatnot. And, before we get started, I would like to also thanks and welcome some of these good subscribers we had gotten over the last weekend and into the week as well. I know that this week is going to be a little bit funky, but we'll get through it together. So let's get to work, shall we? All right, we are here. I'm standing next to the mansion that we built last time. Good old Malton's mansion with that scarecrow that follows you around. Totally unexpected that. But yes, we got the patch notes here for Construction Simulator update number 4. So, fixes and game improvements. We've got added new dedicated task assignment screen in the job planning section. So, job planning section. I have no idea. What that even means. I have no idea.
That is a thing.
That is a thing, yeah. I have no idea.
Whatever it is, it's something.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're talking about. So I'm in the job planning screen because this is a planning tab of the job details. So dedicated task assignment. So that must have to do with assigning workers. It has to be something like that.
Yeah, something along the lines, I would think.
Yeah, probably not. Doesn't relate to us.
It could be. It could have to do with people, maybe, but I have no idea.
Yeah. So we won't even bother with that. We got new input action shortcuts were added for some functions, which were only accessible through the radial menu. So the pie menu. We all know the pie menu there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing they added some more shortcut keys for that pie available for the functions that were only in the pie menu.
So that'd be nice. So, like, if you're using the crane, where you can just press space for some things to, use the cement bucket, you might be able to just, press press space.
There you go.
To use concrete.
Combining.
You don't have to on off, on off, on off.
Yeah. Okay, we also got machines without indicators do not show UI indicators anymore. So I'm guessing, yeah, when you hop into a machine, there's some UI indicators when you turn the indicators on the UI, and some machines apparently didn't have indicators, but they were still showing the indicators on the UI itself, even if it didn't have any. Sure. not the most important fix in the world, but okay.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. We've also got reduced memory load in different parts of the game to prevent crashes. Alright. Yeah. I don't think we've had any crashes yet. Like
The
any
only ones
true.
I've had are because, the game's just like, hey, later, nerd.
Yeah. And not where you're crashing fully to desktop or anything like that. Just gone. Kicked out of the session, sure, but.
I mean, you've been all over the map collecting them hammers, so.
Yeah. Okay, we've also got improve loading of scenario. Sure. So I'm guessing the little contracts that you can pick up as well. So yeah, just them little contracts. Maybe they improve the loading times on them, or not sure. That one's pretty vague. Multiple multiplayer fixes regarding forklifts and cargo objects. So apparently there is some glitchiness going on with the forklifts and loading stuff with the forklift, maybe.
Nice.
Fixed a number of multiplayer desync issues, which we've had a fix like this before, which did improve some. Hopefully we got some more improvement on that.
What? Desync? No.
Nah. We
That's
also,
a thing?
yeah. So you also remember how one of the dump trucks was spilling lots of material when autofilling. Like you would buy the material, straight into the
Oh, and
truck.
overfill it.
It'd overfill it and dump it all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently they fixed that one, which I didn't really see as a problem. I mean,
Yeah, I
there's
really didn't
ways.
care one way or another.
Yeah, there's ways around that. Just park your dump truck in the middle of the area where you gotta put the material, and then just buy the material and let it just dump out.
Yep.
So they also fixed numerous issues were fixed that could cause soil to appear and disappear when digging or dozing.
Yes, I think I've run into that. But I also
Possibly.
want to say I think I've run into it just not picking it up, and then it's a permanent fixture at that point. So it's like I can't go past this piece of dirt. I can't get around this piece of dirt. It is just here now.
Okay, and then specifically, this is the last bit of it. So specifically, they got into the dozing updates. Like they went into the dozer a bit deeper. You can now use dozers to push gravel and sand without losing material. We ran into that a lot.
Yep, yep. We buried the gravel.
Yeah, it would just disappear, and it wouldn't be there no more. So now you can push the sand and dig sand and gravel without losing it. So it's good. This one I'm kind of excited to see. I don't know if we'll see it, but the resistance of the soil is now simulated. The dozer will slow down depending on the amount being pushed. The Cat D8T, which I believe is the big one, can push the most soil at once, but lacks the ability to yaw the blade, which we are obviously. So it's just like, oh yeah, this dozer may be able to turn its blade in all directions and push material every which way it needs to just by going forward, but they're going to be slowed down heavily because they don't have the power, they don't have the torque to push massive amounts of soil around. So I guess it's like the upside to that cat. It can just push a bunch and do it.
It can just do.
Yep. And then, depending on the selected job scope, it is more challenging to flatten areas with the dozer. So I guess the harder the job scope, the harder it is to flatten the dirt.
With the dozer.
Yeah, sure.
It was already sketchy enough as it was. The dirt piling up and not pushing, so we gotta make it just that much harder.
Oh yeah. But
good thing you're doing it.
Yeah, you can disable this behavior completely by using the gameplay settings simplified leveling. If disabled, you will have to manually push all the soil out of the area which needs to be flattened. Alternately, you can pick it up with loaders and dumpers, which we've done. So you could do a few different things to avoid that. I kind of want to leave it on because I want to see how much more challenging it's going to be. That's what I want to find out.
Have it.
Yeah. So and that's the end of the. That is the end of the update 4. So not a whole lot of fixes that we were looking for, other than fixing some desync issues, which we'll find that out soon. The
Yeah,
cargo one is
it's like,
also
eh.
yeah, that cargo one is also interesting. I'm wondering if that's going to also apply to the stuff like you picking up stuff with the crane and it go flying across the map.
No.
Either that or that's also going to be fixed to the desync, because that could also be a desync issue. Like it
Yeah.
it desyncs as soon as you pick it up, but then it resyncs it, and it just goes. Just the physics goes. Oh, we're awake. uh, so that's going to be interesting to be looking at here soon.
Yeah.
As well. Oh yeah. So one thing.
Two.
Yes, two thing, three thing,
Four thing.
four thing. Yes.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. So I did SnowRunner with that gaming service, the cloud, the Boosteroid cloud gaming service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It actually worked fairly well. I was genuinely surprised by what the first thing I did was, as soon as I got into the game, I turned all of it to ultra.
Of course.
Of course, that's what you do, because it's not
As
your.
one is wont to do.
Yeah, and I was just like, I want to see if this
Send
is
it
truly.
to the moon.
Yeah, I want to see how truly this is gonna work, and it's just like, you know how you always get that lag spike when you change graphics in game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there was that lag spike, but going from medium, which is what it was set on. That was obviously the settings are saved locally, so all my settings weren't saved there. They just had it that's how SnowRunner does it. Just gives you manual to start out with, and then you pick your settings when you get into the game or whatever, or on the main menu. But I was in game when I changed that, and all of a sudden it was just like that lag spike lasted about 2 seconds, going from medium to ultra on everything. So
Nice.
it was damn near instant, and I was just like, holy crap, that went fast. And then the game played. If I had to give that game session 2 hours, if I have to give that out of 10, I would say it was probably about an 8.
Mm-hmm.
It was about an 8 out of 10. There was a few little hiccups here and there. The game's quality did lower slightly in places, and I did drop an FPS in certain places, but overall it was like damn good. The game looked good, it played good. Very, very little to no noticeable input lag, even though I have 50 milliseconds of latency, and they recommend
Oh, that's
20.
not bad at all.
Yeah, but they also recommend 20, and
Yeah.
you do notice it sometimes. It's just the way it is. So it worked out fairly well. Just real quick, let's see what this guy has to say.
Before that.
Now that the harbor districts are seeing a revival, people are getting more interested in seafaring again. This gave us the idea to construct an impressive boat swing. I drew up the plans together with the guys and gals at the shipyard. The others wanted a modern ship, but I ultimately got my way, and now it will be a pirate ship. It will be surrounded by water, and for that,
I mean,
of
he
course,
doesn't look
it needs
atrocious.
a particularly
What the
stable
fuck's wrong
base.
with his hands? But
We will construct the ship ourselves in the shipyard, and it can be picked up as soon as the preparations here are finished.
You know what his quality reminds me of? The Sims 4.
yes.
Yeah, that's exactly, because they for some reason in the Sims 4, like the face quality is really good, and the rest of the body is like lower in quality. So it's just like, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, and soon. So oh yes. And let me whoa, what the? That was just all that popping in. So vehicle. Hold on. I'm in the menus. Okay, now try everything again.
Have completed a milestone. Yay.
Alright. So Jinx gave me I don't think I talked about this, but Jinx gave me a really, really good idea.
Oh.
And that dump truck is still that dump truck's always broken.
Shocking.
Yeah. But he gave me a really good idea. He's like, why don't you try Boosteroid at service with a physics-based game? Physics-based game meaning a game that relies a bunch on physics, a physics engine that has a lot of motion. Because we all know when it comes to video quality, if you don't have really good video quality, or you don't have the best internet or whatever, and you have a lot of motion going on, the video tends to pixelate itself. A lot more when there is a lot of motion. So now that we've tested that it can do, graphically intensive games and still run fairly smoothly, test a physics-based game, so Portal 2. Game that has a lot of physics in it, a lot of moving parts, a lot of stuff, and I was just like, that's a great idea. I just need to figure out when I'm able to do it. I think their physics actually making me lag a little bit more.
Yeah, it's all wonky, and for some reason it's not grabbing as... It doesn't seem like it's grabbing as much as it used to.
Well, they did do some dirt physics stuff.
Well, it's like, I used to be able to fill this truck in 2 scoops, and I'm at like, what, 6?
And it looks full, though.
Well, I just filled it.
The dirt seems to be like reorientating itself.
Yeah.
The hole there.
Yeah.
Like every time you dig it now, kind of.
Why don't you give it a swirl and see what it acts like for you?
Whoa, the camera went all funky there. I gotta give it a whirl.
I mean, it's acting a little weird for me, but...
Let's see. I'm gonna go interior cam because that's the best cam. Yeah, there's... oh. Hard to tell.
Like, I can't do any digging. I just have to put it in the hole, close the bucket, or else it, acts real weird on my end.
It definitely feels more weighty. Yeah, I can't pull it toward me a bunch anymore.
And like right there was no dirt in the hole, but you put the bucket in, and then all the dirt collapsed back into the center of the hole.
Which is what it should do. When you're digging.
No. Like there was nothing where you put that. and then all of a sudden it all just kind of.
I seem to be missing a little bit. But yeah, I can't pull it towards me anymore. Like the dirt actually has some. I don't know. It always felt like Jello before. It's like digging into Jello. Like I could put the bucket fully in the hole and pull it back towards me, all the way. You know, there's no resistance at all. Now it seems there's a bit of resistance in the dirt. To me, it seems good change. It's gonna take longer to dig stuff, but as long as I don't flip out and go to space. Because of the weighted dirt. So I guess it wasn't just the dozer that they had done that to, it was all of them. It was all anything to do with dirt.
It was more dirt physics. Just.
I mean, it did need a bit of a touch-up. Something else I'm noticing too is I don't know if it's it doesn't seem to be putting the dirt underneath the dump truck as much.
Well, it hasn't filled it yet.
Well, that too, but even when I was missing over there, I sure hope they worked on that a little bit. Oh, nope, it's putting it underneath. Okay, never mind. It's still doing it. I just seen all the tires get pushed up. And that also is because you're inside of it, too. Oh, there we go. There's some glitchiness. Hey. Yeah, they didn't work on that at all.
Not even as full as we were when I emptied it earlier.
Yeah, that's something else they really got to work on is when you miss, it shouldn't. Putting the dirt to the side of the dump truck or behind it, in front of it, whatever, is fine, but you shouldn't be able to put it underneath it. Like it should just stay clear. Is it unrealistic? Yes, but the way the physics engine is handling it, it's not good. Like even when I do manage to hit it, it still manages to put dirt underneath. Oh yeah, dirt's got a lot more heft to it. Definitely a bit stronger. I do like how the dirt keeps going back to the middle of the hole. Like the dirt is like falling down to the lower areas of the hole. Because that's what would happen unless you were digging in like the really hard dirt that's got like clay in it.
Yeah.
And as soon as you take a bite, it's like a clean cut break. And no dirt falls in hardly because it's just really solid. Yeah, it does seem to be taking longer to dig holes. Though, I guess that's the potential downside of making the dirt more. Yeah, because even with an excavator like this, you're not going to be able to go in, shove your bucket into the ground and just pull a whole crap like an entire freaking trench, pulling all the way towards you. That's just not going to happen. there's gonna be way too much friction going on, and that'll just pull your whole machine forward instead. That is one of them things, though, that when it comes to a game where you're trying to make it into a simulator, you do got to work out the balance between simulation and just leaving it as a game. Unless the only time you don't have to do that is if you're trying to appeal to a very, very specific set of people. Like, they could have went super hardcore at this game, you know, if they had the budget and whatnot. Created their own engine, and just did a full-on simulation construction sim. Just as realistic as humanly possible, basically, as technology would allow. But yeah, the problem with that is you're only going to get those very select few who are, you know, willing to put themselves through having an actual job, construction job. And you won't get any of the actual gamers. Like, I guess that's the same with when it comes to those racing games. The people that do manage to afford those types of games are also very serious. I've watched a few of them on YouTube. They're very serious drivers. Like, they even have almost like an esports style going on around some of those simulators. And a lot of them have, you know, steering wheel pedals, gear shift setup, all that stuff. You know, they've spent thousands of dollars. Like, the game is probably some of the smaller expense compared to their gaming rig setup. That's pretty crazy. That's why, you know, I guess if I was to ever own one of those racing games, I would probably just do single player. I don't think I have the skills to compete with some of them guys. But I was watching one, it was open wheel. It wasn't F1, but it was close to, for one of those games. Where they had an actual competition going, they had a prize pool and all that stuff. And they had some actual drivers in there of the open wheel class and whatnot. Pretty crazy. It's like, oh yeah, this guy, he's doing really well. He actually drives for this team. You know, it's just like, fucking hell, your actual job of racing a vehicle, and then on your days off, you fucking have a simulated racing game that you were a part of. What the hell, man? I mean, I guess if you love it that much. Now it's like people of a profession actually going and playing a game. Like, I couldn't see myself doing it. Like, if I was a truck driver, right? I probably would not play American Truck Sim very often. Like, a lot less than I do now. Because I have it for a job, I can just get that experience right away. I'm not gonna go through and try to actually play a game. But then again, there are some truck drivers that do play American Truck Sim all the time because it's like they're just like, oh yeah, I don't have to deal with the real life scenarios of the trucking world. I can just play this game and everything works out, and it's like a stress reliever or whatever. You know something I'm noticing? The lower down dirt is a lot harder to dig. I just noticed that. Wasn't really paying attention. I think we both had the same idea. Empty it out. But yeah, like I got this little area over here and I'm just like, I'm having trouble actually like punching through. Oh, no, I can't reach it. Well then.
Yeah, this certainly did change the way the digging works.
Yeah, definitely. This was not this difficult.
You used to just be able to dig dirt up, now you have to fight with it.
Yeah. Yeah, further down definitely seems to be a lot more like materials that are going to be like clay and stuff like that. A lot harder to dig. Yeah, I just scooped a whole bunch and I got nothing. I got like a little pinch of dirt in my bucket. Oh yeah, when you... Okay, yeah. Like, you pull it back towards you and then shove it in, and it moves slower. Interesting. Yeah. Dick. Well then. Either that or we've dug it down as deep as it wants to go in that spot. Who knows? But yeah, well, definitely, you can definitely see the movement difference when you shove your bucket in. It definitely has a harder time moving. I guess that controls that that spike issue that happens a lot more. You know, the spike issue where you pull the dirt too close and it tries to shove you into space.
Yep.
It definitely doesn't seem to be happening as often. Okay, that's that spot right in front of you. That's all green, right there in the middle. And all that flat bit's all green. So the spot on your right is the worst. That corner. And for me, it's right in front of me as well. So basically the ends of the hole, seems to me. But yeah, the most of the middle is all green, at least. least we know why the update took so damn long to come out. Working on multiplayer desync issues cannot be easy. Because man, everybody's got different hardware and different combinations. There's billions of combinations of different hardwares and different internet connections and stuff like that can't be. And maybe that's why so many games just don't go with multiplayer. They just say to hell with it because they don't want to fucking deal with that shit. Because for certain games, that could open up like a pile of worms that just like, nope, not gonna happen. We don't have the budget. We don't have the employee numbers. Okay. Oop. Want to go to vehicle fleet. Oh yeah, so something I didn't mention earlier. Yeah, I'm working on about is a little over 3 hours, I think, is what I had managed to get for sleep-wise.
Nice.
So that's why I got coffee with me. I had set my alarm, and I noticed too when I set my alarm, I was waking up every like 20 minutes and checking the time. Like, okay, how long have I slept? Okay, I have this alarm set right to wake me up, and this alarm fucking sucks. This, see, somebody had bought me another one of those $20 smartphones from Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
They're Androids or whatever. And this one, the fucking alarm on it sucks. I think it's the speaker is what it is. I think the speaker is just a pain in the butt.
Yeah, my phone, I've got the ye olde fruity phone. Its alarm is terrible. Yeah, basically. The issue with it is, like, it'll go off loud, and then after like 3 seconds, it almost goes dead silent.
Yep, that's exactly what happens with this one.
It's like,
I had woke up like probably less than 20 seconds before the alarm went off. I had woke up, looked at the phone, it was like 3:59, and I was just like, okay, the alarm's about to go off. I want to hear this alarm. I want to see if it would have woke me up. I don't know if it would have, because it was like dee 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 dee, and then completely silent for like 20 seconds, and then dee 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 dee. It's just like, what the fuck?
yeah, it's like,
what?
Why is the alarm like not working?
Yeah, why is it going silent? I guess maybe I'm just too used to the old alarm style, where it's fucking blast out your damn eardrums.
Well, that's the weird thing.
Wake up the
like,
entire house alarm.
every time it goes off, it's loud, and then it gets super quiet. So, like, if it's set to go off every 15 minutes, it'll be super loud, and then it'll be super quiet. Then it'll be super loud, then it'll be super quiet again. It's like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Why are you the way that you are?
I can't
I want
believe
you to wake me up.
I can't believe you've done this, alarm.
Can't believe you've done this.
Oh. I don't know if I'm going to be able to help with the mobile crane.
We do need it for something else. I think there's probably going to be a thing that weighs like, 5 units or whatever. Because the mobile crane was specified for something.
I'm gonna move. Oh, we needed this hole driller. Probably
Yep,
put
we
down.
will need that.
I'm put this down in the construction zone for a minute, and I'm gonna slip or put it by the construction zone. I'm gonna slip the mobile crane by. Put it in this little spot over here. Yeah, I remember those old alarms though, the old alarm clocks that you'd have, and it'd be the house awakener, like everybody would be awake after that alarm clock goes off.
Yeah, I had what was it? It was an old white alarm clock. It was
Yep.
a digital clock.
Yep.
And it had red numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And
Buttons
the thing
on
with
top.
It was, it had
and a little
2
switch.
alarms. Yes. It had 2 alarms. You could set them for 2 times. That's all you got.
Mm-hmm.
But when it went off, it screamed and
Yep.
screamed and screamed. There was no putting. It had a snooze, but it screamed a lot.
Yeah.
Can we take a coffee break?
I am taking one right now. Oh, you already got the buckets out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Is that better?
Yeah. It just needs some light. Well, the space doesn't work for pouring concrete. So unless there's another button to activate it.
I think you might have to set it up. You might have to actually set up those hotkeys. They're just giving you the availability, maybe, to be able to set that up to where you don't have to use the pipe menu.
Well, the thing is for some things it's like it works, and some things it doesn't.
Yeah, I think that the pie menu makes more sense, right? If it's a controller, because you don't have very many buttons on a controller compared to a keyboard. So the keyboard should get all the controls available on damn near every hotkey, or damn near every key there is available. It has that many. Unplug this. Gonna unplug that controller. Somehow, the cord has got a knot in it, or it started to. That's one thing I hate about. Like, I love corded stuff because, obviously, input lag and connectivity issues just aren't present with any kind of wireless device, like wireless devices are. But man, the fucking cord sometimes it can be annoying all on its own. Like, the cord with my headset, it's got that, it's almost like a cloth style, like braided cloth around the outer edge, and it twists up constantly on all my stuff. Even though it makes no sense why it does so, it just does. You know, like my mouse, for instance. There's no reason that cord should be getting twisted up. But it does anyway. Like, I'm not sitting there flipping my mouse over and over and over. Okay. I almost don't want to help pour concrete because I feel like I'm going to be more of a detriment. It's because of the small spacing.
It is really tight.
Plus, yeah, you fill it up pretty damn fast. It's like by the time I get over there to grab that bucket, it's going to be mostly done. So I thought, still thinking about this, testing this cloud service with Portal 2. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it'd be really fun to test it out in multiplayer. So not only am I hosting it, not only am I streaming a game, but I'm also playing multiplayer on that game and testing out the physics of it. And I was just like, that could be interesting. Because multiplayer is something I have not tested. That would be fun to test. It had to be tested, though, during a time when the internet's in the least amount of use.
You mean like what? 3 in the morning?
Something.
I mean, I know people who are always up that late for no good reason.
Yeah, that are never available. Like, sometimes I have actually most of the time I have a really hard time of even getting an answer out of anybody.
I've just stopped.
So I check in from time to time, though.
Hey, now we need you down here.
Yep.
Drilling holes.
Yep. That's what I'm good at. Good at drilling holes and making stuff fit.
There you go.
Oops. And to change. There we go. Interior cam. Yeah, the pipe menu does make sense with the controllers, though.
If you want to start on either one of these, I'm going to be setting them up.
Yeah, I'm going to the furthest ones first, yeah.
Alright.
Get myself into a position where I could possibly swing to both holes, or... Close there. Okay. Is correct? I don't think it is. No, didn't think so. I need a little bit closer.
You just a smidge closer. You're just almost right there.
There. Yep, I'm doing first-person cam, so it's a little bit harder to tell. Drill bit got full immediately.
So yeah, they fucked with the dirt and the capacity of it quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, if it got, that full that fast.
Yeah, the first time going in it did, but now it's filling up a lot slower. Put the pipe in place.
I guess I can.
Thank you. I guess that one's ready for concrete.
Yep.
Swing over to this one. Up a little higher. Must be too close.
You're hitting it with the boom.
Yeah. It's hard to tell because that circle that you need to line up with isn't there when you're in drive mode. The hook is, but the circle for the drill is not. Which I don't understand. It's like that's the thing you need to line up with. It does seem to be depth. Depth does seem to be a factor now in the way the dirt reacts and the capacity of things.
So I would never want to do the one place that took us 4 hours.
Yeah, now.
Used to nowadays, yeah.
It's just like, now I don't know about.
I mean, this
'Cause
little thing.
We took advantage of like dirt disappearing and all that when you use the bulldozer.
Well, you could just grab, scoop, dump, grab, scoop, dump, and now it's just like, and I'll get there eventually.
Because I don't know if you've seen it as well when I was using the bulldozer. It actually was making the dirt disappear.
At a certain point, yeah.
At a certain point, like when I was pushing dirt that was way taller than the bulldozer, which shouldn't have made sense, but it worked. I was able to make the dirt disappear because the game didn't know what to do with it because I was because of what I was doing, but. Alright, over to the other side. So have you ever been on a swinging ship before?
No, I have not.
Oh. That's a pretty fun experience. The one I was on, that thing went, it could go vertical, or not vertical, horizontal. It could go full 90 degrees horizontal and almost tip. Sometimes it would go a little bit past 90 degrees, according to, or 90 degrees according to the position of the pendulum itself where it was swinging from, or the middle portion. That was quite fun. And yes, we were strapped in with with the um, full on like roller coaster style harness, because it would go past that point where you could fall out if you weren't strapped in. Yeah, that was it's quite a fun experience, because it's just like, because you're looking like what I do is I'd sit all the way at the very either the very front of the ship or the very rear of the ship. It actually, I don't even think it had a front and a rear. It's more like a Viking style, where it could go either direction, you know. But yeah, that was quite a fun experience, though, because you're looking down the entire ship with all these people all strapped in, and you're getting the most amount of air time, I guess you could say. So I'm wondering if that one's going to be like that or not. Probably not. This doesn't look very big. We shall see. That's not quite drilled yet. Drill this one all the way first. It automatically starts drilling now. Still used to the 2015 one, where you had to simultaneously spin and move the drill downwards, but it seems to be automatic. Which I guess I don't like. I like to be able to spin it myself. It is what it is, though. I do like how the model itself did not change. I'd say the interior definitely changed, but that was about it. It definitely looks straight out of the 2015 version. Okay, that one's drilled. It says 75%, so I'm assuming it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, too close. Let's ram a freaking $500,000 machinery into a solid concrete pipe. And down she comes. Yeah, these are definitely going to be what's connected to the A-frame, though. The one that holds down the part of the ship that's going to be swinging it, or part of the traction that's going to be swinging the ship itself. Definitely. Because when you're swinging human bodies, you know, that much weight around, it definitely adds up.
Yeah.
Plus the weight of the ship itself. That all needs to be anchored. And the one I was on also was surrounded by water as well. And it has to be a pirate ship. It can't be modern day ship. What the hell are they gonna think? I think I was saying, I got my way with the pirate ship. It's just like, yeah, good. Don't know why somebody'd go, oh yeah, modern ship swinging back and forth. It's like, that's not what people think of, though.
Oh,
They think swinging ship, they go pirate ship immediately. Who wants to see a freaking cruise liner swinging back and forth like that? I don't know if it'd be that attractive.
No, not really. I don't really think it would be at all.
Okay. Glug, 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 glug. Oh, the concrete's pushing me up the hole.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, look at this. Look at me. Whee! It's like an elevator. A concrete elevator.
Ding.
Ding. Uh-oh. Something ain't right.
Well, it got to 99%.
Yeah. Do I try drilling? Again? Did I not drill all that all the way out? You shouldn't have been able to pour the concrete if I didn't drill it all the way out.
Nope.
Well, I guess I'll try, though. Wait, is that... Oh. So the big old boom on this vehicle is auto-leveling. Interesting.
Oh.
I just seen it when I went down the hill. It auto-leveled the boom for me. Let's see. I tried digging, yes. Dig the concrete. It's working. And maybe I didn't dig it. It makes no sense, though. Hey! Yep, I got a little bit of dirt. Yep. I had gotten just the tiniest little bit of dirt. Wasn't drilled far enough, apparently. Okay. Yep, there's the concrete footers. Got put in. Let's see here. Let's transport. Special delivery. I was gonna go pick it up, but it won't tell me where it's coming from, and I'm not gonna teleport all the way around the map trying to find where it's coming from. I'll just wait. So the next one's gonna be the delivery. looks like we got to put it together.
Let's see if I can pick anything up.
Oh, can you not see the little dots?
Well, no, you can, but sometimes it'll tell you that it can't be picked up anyway.
Yeah, that is true. Sometimes, which
Oh,
I think,
I got it.
which I still think is something that they need to work on. There's no way, right? That flat top crane builds buildings. There's no way it can't pick up, some of the things in this game. It should be able to pick up everything. It's the biggest and, um, most powerful crane that isn't mobile. Okay, yeah, you gotta deliver the ship. All right. The Funky Flounder. The fuck? Oh, it wants me to go over there. Oh, how? It wants us to go over there. How weird. Oops. And semi-truck. I'm sure you're probably wondering too why I haven't bought any recent machines. It's because I'm trying to get this achievement. There's an achievement for, I think it's 25 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to go for that. And then I'll go for the oh, we won't be able to teleport over there. And I'll go for the vehicles achievement, buying all the vehicles and stuff. Oh, a little bit jittery. Driving around still jittery because it's trying to load everything in. The tree pop in. The trees are literally changing quality like 2 feet in front of me. I mean, I do have lowered settings, but not the lowest. Why is my render distance so short? Yep, here's the ship. We need the mobile crane, I'm pretty sure. They just they just delivered it right here at this little dockyard looking thing.
Yeah, I was just about to run over there. It's like, wait, did it misclick, or is that actually where it's at?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought maybe I did accidentally put a marker on the map. And I was like trying to remove it. It's like, it's not removing, it just keeps coming back. Well, that must be where it's at. I know there's a docking yard. There's also a hammer over here too. I think that there's one. There's one that I remember. Anyway. Oh, you're gonna be blocked. Too bad you can't just pick up stuff without the anchors. Like SnowRunner, and then put yourself into trouble by tipping over because you didn't use the anchors because you were lazy. Here's the guy ain't gonna put down the anchors.
Funny that they had the yacht yard make make the thing.
Makes sense, though. Hey, can you make us a boat? Sure. What kind of boat do you want? I want a fake boat that goes for an attraction. Oh. So you don't want a boat that floats? No. Doesn't need to float. Alright, if you want to come over here. Let's see, I should be able to... Yeah. You want to teleport to me real quick? Yeah. You there?
I'm just moving positions. What happened?
You want to teleport to me real quick?
Working on it. Working on it.
Should be able to just hop in. There you go. You have to use the truck to get up. That little bridge footer.
Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. That's where it's at. But I have to use the...
Yep, you have to use the truck.
Or I could get stuck in a single go.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Alright, I'm on top of the bridge.
Oh. Let's teleport back in the truck, I guess. I don't think you can be able to jump off.
I mean, there's no edges. Oh, yeah, they don't want you playing leapfrog off the edge.
You try using the front fenders, probably. Should be able to hop up on that. Okay. In the spot between the trailer and the truck. Oh.
Not get stuck this time.
Oh, we can use the railing. Ah, I keep walking off of it. Uh-oh. Of course, when I did this, I had a pickup, so... Oh?
I'll just go get the pickup and drive there.
Okay. Yep.
Hey.
Wait, does it want me to... Okay, that's not how I'm gonna be able to do that. It spawned me outside, next to the area there.
Yeah, you have to drive in from the other side.
Yeah, it wanted me to drive in through the blocked off entrance.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, just drive in through there. It's like, that's
Can't.
it's blocked off, game. It's not recognizing it as blocked off. I gotta drive in through the one side here. Yeah, that ain't getting in there. Gonna have to back it in, I think. You got it?
Yep.
Good. You know they'd probably be in this situation, right? In this tight construction area, this long trailer, they would probably have one of those trailers that could, you could control the rear wheels of it. I don't know if you've ever seen those trailers. They'll have a guy with this remote control strapped onto him. Oh, there you are. And he'll be able to turn the axles on the rear of the trailer with that remote control. So as the person is backing up or driving forward, they could actually turn the trailer via remote control, or help the trailer turn by turning its axles. They use it mainly on those. Gotta deliver that too. They use it mainly on those ones that carry the windmill blades.
Yep.
Is they have controllable axles that can turn a full 90 degrees. I've seen it. I watched them stop here where we live. They went and fueled up at the the gas station. Presto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He drove that entire fucking truck and trailer all the way in there, and they had the entire road blocked off from both sides, and he was coming out, and they had a guy following behind the trailer with this big old remote control strapped onto him, almost like one of those professional drone ones that it straps onto the front of you like a cigarette tray, like the old cigarette trays you used to have at the baseball games.
Yep.
Yeah, and it had big old massive sticks on it, and the guy sitting there controlling the fucking the sets of rear axles, and you could just watch them like they'd stop, and then he would have those sets of axles, and you'd sit there and they would just turn full 90 degrees, and then the truck starts pulling forward, and then he's turning the axles, and the whole trailer is just fucking pivoting with the truck hardly ever moving. It's so cool to watch. But I had to watch it because I was on my way to work, and they were just there. Blocking both lanes of traffic, and the truck was clear over. You would call that you could actually call that road 5 lanes, because there's 2 lanes in either direction, and then there's the center lane, which is turn lane for both directions. And he had taken up all of that all the way to the shoulder with his truck and trailer blocking off everything. It was like, even if you drove past the blockade of little vehicles, can I not teleport there? Oh, because there's a job. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, you just click to the next, and then.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. It's like, I can't teleport there. Fuck. And then it's just like, oh, I can just hit the directional keypad. Just swing that massive battering ram. I'm actually going to teleport over to the vehicle dealer over there. Not teleporting to the job site, because then if I teleport to the job site, it's going to face me, where I have to back up or go around the block. And yeah, from right here, I should be able to just take a little bit of a left and a little bit of a right and just drive on in. Actually, I wonder if you could pick it up from the outside with that big old crane. Are you able to reach out the front gate?
Let me look.
Oh wait, no, you have to use the mobile crane. Never mind.
Yeah.
I forget that fucking big, massive, flat-top crane cannot pick up things.
Yeah.
That's stupid. It must be an oversight, right? They just don't realize it. Or they really do think that those big old flat-top cranes can't pick up stuff.
Gotcha.
I do like this as a finisher mission, though. Or
Yeah,
if,
lots
like
of little ones.
lots of little ones that's building a theme park. I think that's pretty cool. Definitely something that has not been done for this type of game. Oh, looks like we're done. They add more music to this game. I'm hearing new music that I haven't heard before. Then I gotta fill all this with water, probably. Yeah, come over here, where I'm at. Yeah, there we go. It was trying to spot him in, I guess. What do you got for us?
Shiver me timbers. This tub is really impressive. You can literally feel the spray of the roaring waves on your face. In any case, we're making a striking statement with this attraction. Maybe we should think about adding additional information boards to give the young people some history and show them how things really were back then. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this mighty ship flies over the waves with all the sailors on board.
A little bit glitchy.
Just a little.
And the big mobile crane in the cinematic shot. Mobile crane's just in the way. Love how it's making no noise as well. There's a ghost riding it. Yeah, they really should have raised the water level. This would be a lot higher. If we can get on it. Nope, there's an invisible wall. No! Oh, I'm on top of the invisible wall. Can I get over there? Nope. I just Wilhelm screamed out of there, apparently. Alrighty. That wasn't too bad to build.
No, it wasn't.
Only took about an hour and a half. Not even that, because we did a bit of a patch note covering as well. Okay, last one. Observation tower.
All right.
And it's only 554,000, so... Oh, there's a lot of drilling. Deep foundation. That's what it's called. Topsoil removal and drilling. I'm running. We gotta speak with Hape. Holy crap, we haven't spoken to this guy in a long while.
Oh yeah.
What do you got for us, Hape?
Do you remember our fake UFO crash in the village? Who would have thought that our nighttime excursion would have such an effect? A lot of time has passed since then, and you've come far. Interestingly, the UFO theme is still very popular, so now we want to start on an observation tower along the same lines. You'll be able to look across the sunlit rooftops of the cityscape while slowly ascending to the highest point in the park. Of course, only in a recreation of the real UFO. But this reproduction calls for some special components and, of course, your skills as a construction professional. Now it's time to give it all you've got for the home stretch.
You know, there's one observation tower I would like to go to.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't remember where in the world it's located. But it's a giant observation tower that overlooks a massive, I think it's like a massive cliff area. And there's just, you're talking, I don't know, maybe 500 feet, 1,000 feet to the bottom. And what you do is you go up to the top there, and it's a glass floor. And you walk over the glass floor, and you walk over the edge of the cliff, basically. And you can look down over that, being really, really high up. Can't remember where in the world it's located, but it's just like I'd like to go to that. And then again, I'm sure there's a lot of people that'd be their greatest fear, is to be in a situation like that, glass floor over a really, really high place. But it's a safe one. They get really thick glass and all that, so. There's also another one where it's stretching across two cliff sides, and it's a rope bridge style, and you're in this harness, and you walk across this rope bridge, and you go all the way across between the two cliff sides, or between the two cliff edges from one to the other. It's just like, I'd love to do that too. Be a lot of fun. Be exhausting, but be a lot of fun nonetheless. But then again, I just like heights. But building this does make me remember the observation tower in that theme park that's about 3 hours away. 2.5, 3 hours. Actually, probably longer than that if you want to count traffic in that city. Pretty bad over there, especially that area. You go to the top of the observation tower. They actually had to put up a full cage, or they put up a full cage around the entire top once you get up to the top there. For certain reasons. Don't want anybody, falling from a high place. I'm here with the drill. How's the bulldozer working?
It seems like it's faster than it used to be.
Well, of course we are using the most powerful bulldozer in the
Like
game.
it revs up faster and goes faster.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Look at her go. I will be back momentarily. Alright.
Welcome back.
Yeah. I was back there for a second, and I'm like, I'm gonna finish my coffee real quick. I just have a little bit of it left. Ooh, the leg. Interior mode. Are we gonna need a mobile crane? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there isn't a place to put a big crane, so.
Yeah. So it looks like.
Currently fast traveling with a crane to the fuel station.
I was able to teleport inside of here with this thing. Just using my own little hook. There we go. I'm lined up. Here we go.
You didn't need a mobile crane. You're fine.
For this section, yeah. Gotta be tactful with this. I was getting ready to put the dirt in the middle, and then I'm like, I'm gonna need to drive over there. Let's keep the dirt out of the center. I would say, oop, I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. Okay. I would say the first-person view on this machine is probably easier than the third person because you're right up in the action. And you can't see the markers all too well sometimes, but you definitely see what's going on right up close. Okay, that one's fully drilled. It is at 75%. Is there a way for you to deliver the concrete bucket?
I can deliver it, but I figured I would pour the concrete after, since there's so many of these that need drilled.
That's fine. I was just curious if there was a spot.
Yeah, there is.
Down we go. I just like to drill that extra bit out. And then the next pipe can just go in. Okay. After this one, I'm going to have to reposition entirely. Okay, that one's at 75%, so we're good. There we go. I wish that circle would just be there all
Yeah.
the time. The circle for the drill itself is not available when in drive mode, so I can't see it until I get there. Until I switch,
Yeah.
I can't see it until I switch modes.
You're there, switch, you're there, switch, you're there, switch.
Yeah, I just gotta switch it, readjust, switch back to drive mode, readjust, switch back. Just like, if it was there all the time, I'd be able to line it up and just go.
Ah.
I am now stuck though.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Wait.
It said I could connect, so I connected it and fixed it. Glad I didn't go to space with that. Gonna have to drill it a bit more on this one. I want to end up in another situation. It's just like 99%. I think that's exactly what happened. So I got to 74%, and then I just didn't see it. Just went on to drill the next one.
okay. I hate that thing.
There we go. Okay, not close enough. There. It was like it was green, but wasn't allowing it to go down all the way. Alrighty. Okay, that one's down to, or up to 75%. Uh-oh. Eh. I think I'm caught on you somehow. I can't move over far enough to empty the dirt. I'll just empty it here then. Drive mode, reset. Good. Oof. Oh, there's two of me then. I got out of the vehicle and the camera just happened to be pointing the correct direction to show the cab. And I was inside the cab and outside the cab simultaneously for a split second. Be able to help you out now. No, it's not.
It's a bit of a pain.
Yeah, hit that spot. It likes. Oh, that's you filling up.
Yeah, I was like, I have no idea which one of us.
This makes no sense. Cause that's the other thing they gotta work on this too. Ah, I found my spot. It's like on the side. I'm not even filling it. But I am filling it at the same time. Alright. Oh, I've got the vapor on my side.
Oh, cool. Yeah, those I'm gonna have to reset. So.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What happened?
None of those are put in place. So.
Oh, they're not for me either. Let me put this one in and we'll see if it updates. It's not for me either. It says 0 out of 1. Oh, it updated. Now it says unpack. Did it update for you?
Nope. I'll be back.
Guess they did not fix the desync issues. Now we're pouring the concrete base. Yeah. So much for we fixed a bunch of desync issues. Maybe we're just unlucky. Just happen to find all the desync issues. Still getting lag spikes like crazy. But that also could be me too. Could be just my PC acting up. Or sometimes it does that. It's because the GPU is putting a bunch of work on the hard drive. Because graphics cards, they do have a little bit of give when it comes to doing something that they don't have the resources for. They have a little bit of give where it could put work onto your hard drive for stuff it can't manage on its own. So it can basically enlist the hard drive for help. Trying to explain it because I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a computer wizard. It's just, you know, some of the stuff I've looked up and researched and found out more information out. But since my GPU doesn't act properly, like it should, like it's dying a very, very slow death, it's putting more and more work on the hard drive. So if the hard drive ever needs to be used by other things, like the game itself, usually, and it's constantly having this extra workload. It's constantly kind of just jittery. It makes the game jittery. Because my games use the D drive, but the D drive is being used up by helping the GPU. So it's just slowing down the game itself. And then also because the GPU is having those types of issues, it also slows down the entire system as well in certain times. Like when I close a game, for instance. Usually you get like a little bit of a hard drive spike. It's closing the game. It's also, if it has cloud save, it's syncing the clouds, or syncing the save to the cloud and all that stuff all at the same time. So then it also lag spikes there. So I'll get like a few seconds where the PC will just damn near freeze up entirely with certain games. We're going to be pouring walls now, I think. That's usually what the pallet concrete framework is.
Yeah.
Imagine how coordinated you'd have to be using 2 mobile cranes on 1 small work site. You have to be pretty damn coordinated not to run them into each other.
Oh, that'd be a huge mess.
Yeah. I'd imagine they'd probably be like us, though. They'd be full-time, always on radios.
Oh, yeah.
Where they can just chat back and forth without having to push buttons or whatnot. I guess that's the one downside to the radios that I'm used to using. Is they're just like the police radios where one person is allowed to talk at a time, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we both. Oh, you grabbed concrete bucket. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that there was only
Yeah, it says 0 out of 4 again. And now it
Hey,
says.
at least it's telling me it can be unpacked.
That's good.
Last time it didn't.
Yeah. There's
You know,
a little bit of.
They totally fixed their game.
Yeah, totally.
This is the first time this error's popped up. Oh jeez, this is gonna be one at a time.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. One little bit at a time. Either that or I've glitched the game out by helping you unpack. One of the two. Yeah, that does suck though, those radios. Because at the state we had the exact same radios that the police did. That the police does. And you can always tell because the police radios always also make that little noise when you activate the mic.
Or walls. What walls? Oh, those walls.
Just the center wall. You okay?
I thought it was something else. I didn't know it went straight up like that.
Yeah, it's the center spire. I think this was going to be one of those elevator observation towers. Where a bunch of people get into the piece, and then they go up like an elevator. I've seen those. I think the space isn't the Space Needle like that. Where
Never been there.
I've never been there either, but it's like where the bit, a bunch of people get into the bit like a big old massive elevator, and then you go up to the top. I don't know if it's like that though. Just that would be the closest thing I could pin this to. Because by the picture, that's what it looks like. By the picture of the job itself. It's just like big old elevator piece. Yeah, I've only been to California once in my lifetime, and that was when I was 5 years old.
It'd been a hot minute since I had been to California as well, but I just like slipped in, slipped out right on the corner of it.
Oh. I actually,
Visit per se. It was just like, hey, my aunt lives here. Hi, how's it going? All right, later.
later nuts. Yeah, I was there when I was 5 years old, and that's when we went to um, what is it called? The Orlando Park or whatever, the Disney Park, Disney World. I'm not sure what it was called. I don't remember what they have there, but it's a massive, massive theme park.
Yeah, they've got the Magic Kingdom, I think.
I think it had Orlando in the name.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
I'm not
then,
sure. I'm not sure though. 100% about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But we went there, and that is the first and last time I was actually on a beach with the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I've been on the ocean is when I was would have been Seaside. I went to in Oregon.
Hmm. Yeah, even when I went down to the Texas that time, we did not see the ocean. I mean, we did see it, but we weren't close to it. The closest we got was the military rail yard, boat and rail yard. They had these massive container ship-like things coming in with military equipment, coming and going on these ships, and coming and going on the trains. They had a big old massive park area where people would just go and park, and then you could just watch them. It's like, oh yeah, you can just go over there and see what they got going on. It was connected to that river, but yeah, they had a massive shipping rail yard, loading up trains loaded up with helicopters and tanks and stuff. Really cool. It does also remind me of the time I lived in Colorado Springs. They have a massive air base there, and you can see the air base from the highway. Always really cool because there was always something going on over there. Jets and stuff taking off, landing, all kinds of cool shit going on. Colorado Springs was also the first time I got to see a snowstorm-like hailstorm. That's what they have over there. Like they'll get during the winter time. Like, so it'll snow too, but one of the storms that they get is they get these massive hailstorms that we would hail so much that it would be like snow. It'd be like a snowstorm, just, a lot more dangerous. It would just hail for hours and hours and hours on end. And yeah, you just walk outside and it looked like it had snowed, but then you go for a closer inspection and just a bunch of little balls. About like marble sized. So we need pallet of metal elements, pallet of wood, pallet of oriented strand boards, and concrete framework. Looks like we're building the bit. The bits. The big bits. I'm trying to figure out where these things go. Because the grids are not, or the places where they go is not any different from the other ones, other than the shape. They really need to fix that. They need to color orient those a lot better. When you pick something up, the place where it goes should be fairly obvious.
I mean, one thing that would be interesting to see is maybe like a little line that attaches a little tether. You know, a tether goes to the point where it's supposed to go.
That could be interesting. Yeah, it'd probably be like one of the recent Dyson Sphere program updates they had. Has this waste system, right? Where if you drop a bunch of items, you have two choices. So you can either pick it up with the little picker up tool, which is just basically sucks the items to your character and puts it in your inventory. Unless your inventory is full, then it just pops back out. But the other option is to completely delete everything. That's what's nice about that game. Is you can throw a bunch of items on the floor that you don't want, just discard them, and then just hit the delete button and just boop, they're gone forever. It's a nice system. I like it. Let's see, what do you have? What did you just grab there?
Yeah, there's just the one left.
Oh, the little pallet of strand boards. It's a little square one. But yeah, they recently had an update with that because it was always a pain in the butt when you if you deleted a chest that filled your inventory, and what couldn't go into your inventory goes all over the floor. Well, those things don't have collision other than with the surface of the planet, so they don't have collisions with buildings or anything, which is saves a bunch of resources. They don't have to have collisions and a lot of physics based with stuff you drop. But the problem was that stuff would disappear into some of the buildings around them if you had buildings around and stuff like that when you did that. So it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack sometimes of where your items were. You'd hold the picker up tool and just drag it around the screen wildly until you picked up the deal.
Mm-hmm.
But recently they had an update to where if you click on the little box up at the top that shows you what items are on the ground and stuff like that, you click this little box and it puts a bunch of lines on the screen where all those items are, and shows a little outline for them as well, so it's like super easy to locate. So yeah, they probably, what you're talking about is probably something like that. Yeah, it has this little line that shows you exactly where that item goes. Exactly where they want it.
Yeah.
It's just, fairly nice system. And it's not intrusive as well. Double helix staircase. Is that what this was gonna be?
Sure.
That's what it looks like it's gonna be. It's a double helix staircase. Anyway, yeah, this thing, what it's reminding me of, and the reason I brought up the California thing, was because of this park that I went to, right? It had these rooms. You would go into this room, and then it would change. Like the walls would rotate around you, and then you went into the next room, and then the walls would rotate around you, and then you go through the doorway to the next room. And this, it's very vague. My memory is very, very vague. I was 5 years old, but I do remember this very vaguely. It was very strange. It's kind of a attraction style. That's about all I remember of that. That and also being on the, being right on the beach, right next to the ocean. Oh, I accidentally reset.
I just saw your crane just pop.
Happens from time to time. The other thing I gotta do in this game too is I gotta buy enough asphalt. I'm wondering if I could cheese it as well. I'm wondering if I can empty it, fill it, empty it, fill it, empty it, fill it, until I get that. I don't know if it's an achievement, but it's definitely tied to getting a discount on asphalt.
Gotcha.
But which probably is tied to achievement, right? Like, get all the discounts in the game or whatever on all the materials. Because that's how you get the discounts. You buy enough of that material, and then the game gives you a discount on buying further purchases. Which, I mean, at this point in the game, it's not really all that much. It's not a huge deal when you have a bunch of money. More pallet of wood.
I'll grab the pallet concrete framework.
I've got the strand boards. They were just next to my hook at that that particular moment. Oh. Let you put that. Apparently, the strand boards want to go on your side of the elevator.
Sure do. I got a cat attacking me.
Oh, and my
I'll
camera.
grab the second one of those.
Okay. I'll grab the pallet of metal elements, the purple thingy. Yeah, we can't tell anymore what we've grabbed and placed down because it's not updating the UI.
Nope.
So it's just
the
like
two of those are there. How many pallet elements have you put on?
there's only one, and I have not put it down yet.
Okay, I'm gonna do the one of those.
You need pallet of wood, probably.
No, it's the metal elements.
Yeah, I just put it down.
Okay, that's what I was asking about. Then we need 2 pallets of wood.
Yep.
Then I'll grab one of them.
Right, and then unpack materials.
And boom.
Okay. For concrete ceiling. Oof. Warning. I was having a hard time seeing what I was doing there. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's because the bottom of the flooring bit is all black as well. Yeah, this job ain't too bad so far. We gotta move all the materials 5 feet.
Just 4 of them.
And I also gotta go get tower segments. Yeah. Okay, so tower segments. I wonder if I could fast travel, yeah. So you can fast travel without having to reset the vehicle. So I had my crane still extended, I was still in, operation mode. And I just teleported with all that. It's funny. Position myself. Okay. I'm gonna bring the truck over here. Right. So how much first person have you done in this game?
How much is 0?
I think there's an achievement for doing first person for an hour. Not it is consecutive. It's not all at the same time. I just remembered that. It's like, oh yeah, there's that achievement. Of course, that's really hard to do in a mobile crane, but I wonder if I could fit both these segments. Nope, never mind. If this was 2015, I'd be able to do it, but this one I'm not going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
These tower segments are really, they're probably as long as this green trailer is.
Oof.
Yeah, it looks like it. Once I get it over there, I'll be able to tell. But they're like the segments of the wind turbines from 2015. That's what they remind me of. Except for they're not tapered. Yeah, if this was 2015, I'd be able to stack up that second pipe and then lock it down. Remember that we'd stack up 2 or 3 sections of the freaking wind turbine on one trailer and offload it on site. It's like, oh, I just need that last section, and then we'd stack the motor head up on top. I'm here. I'm on the other side of the. I'm on the opposite side of the dealio from you.
Gotcha.
I can only do one at a time. It's probably gonna be more, I bet. This can't be just these two. I got little tracks on the side of them as well. So I'm wondering if there is a bit that does go all the way to the top, like you get in it like an elevator. Gotcha. It's got a ladder in the center of it as well, huh? Interesting. Just use the building to turn that pipe for me. Use the metal workshop building. Like, oh, thanks for building these pipes for us. Now let me take out a chunk of your building to turn this, so I can get it turned to put on the trailer. So lazy. Alright, I'm here. Well, this is an interesting thing. Tower segment placement, steel components, tower segment placement, 4 more times, materials delivery. Okay, looks like I can move the mobile crane back here. Oh wow, there's 4 segments. You turned 2 of these into 4. Interesting. Looks like we can only place one at a time, though. Well, it makes sense, I guess. I'll teleport this back to the materials. The steel trade. The truck's gonna be needed later. You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm just waiting on steel framework.
It's there. It's at the site.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to reset, ain't I? Because I placed one and it said no.
Does it
'Cause
say
I can't see the others to place them.
you don't see these over by my crane?
No, I don't.
There's like little half circles or quarter circle bits.
Maybe let me restart.
Alright. Had that placed. This is one of them situations where you gotta place it in the spot, it turned green, and then turned ungreen, turned back to blue, I guess you could say, right as you place it. Oh, I hear a cat.
Yep.
Get in there. Stupid thing. Yeah, it says 0 out of 4 placement in the steel frame. Yeah, they... Something happened. Something's going on with the code that it's not saying it's being placed.
Yep.
That's probably why the multiplayer's getting confused. It's like, but nothing's been placed, so that it's not done, but it is done, but it isn't done. Okay, now we're constructing the little dome area on the top of that.
Cool, because I don't see that either. I see the dome, but I don't see where to place it on top.
You don't see where the pieces are?
I see the pieces, I just don't see where it wants me to place them.
Oh.
Because I can't pick them up, I can't, you know.
Uh-oh. Looks like it's going to be a spectator sport for a minute. At least there's not a million of them, I guess.
Whee! And they're still here.
Yeah, I have 2. 2 out of 4? Well, 0 out of 4 according to the UI.
Yep.
You see me picking them up?
Nope.
Oh. So they're still on the ground for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some real good issues going on. So when you do that, do you go back to the main menu or do you restart the game
Yeah, I
entirely?
just go back to the main menu and that it's much quicker than restarting the entire thing.
Yeah. Okay. Now here's what I'm gonna do. Since that UI is still bugging out, let's give a save and let's do a restart. See if that fixes things. That's helped us out in the past, so we'll be right back. Yeah. Technical difficulties going on. I'm just gonna continue then, and hopefully you'll be able to connect soon. Don't know why it's being such a pain in the ass. All of a sudden, we try one little restart, and all of a sudden, game's like, nope, we're done with this.
I am not allowed to join no more. I type as a password, I click as a join, it loads to about, like, I have a 27-inch monitor, so like 2.5 inches from the end, and then it just stops. Like that.
I know why. They must be having some real troubles with their servers or something.
Well, it's mine. It's just mine, so I don't know if that. I don't think that's a server thing.
Well, I noticed that when I created this last game, it took a bit to actually connect to a server. Like it sat there.
Gotcha.
It sat there for a little bit. Usually it connects immediately, but this last time it's just like, oh, just hanging out. Okay, we'll connect to this one. Yeah, so it's probably their servers are acting up. Like I can connect and I can host, but people can't join just quite yet.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I'm gonna verify files. Oh, because I don't know what else to do at this point.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna look at the discussions and see if there's any.
Oh, we didn't have any trouble earlier.
Well, I'm looking at the discussions on Steam to see if anybody's tossed anything out there. Well, I can't read German, so that's out of the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, this person does the soil update affect the diggers?
Yes.
Obviously it did. More German, more German.
Well, yeah, the Germans are like they have a real hanking
Germans
for
love simulators like these.
Yeah, they do. They love to play them as well as create them.
Yeah.
Isn't it a German company who made this?
Let me check.
I would think so.
Construction Sim Store. Yeah, the developer is most likely yes. I just see Walton Bauer.
Yeah.
Software Entwicklerin.
That's like most likely.
And then Astragon Entertainment is the publisher. Astragon.
It's like, cause I don't know if any simulators that have ever been American that are good.
A fantastic different vehicle. That road construction sim that's like, look at all these vehicles. There's like 8 of them.
Yeah, that was so funny. Like, I mean, yes, road construction sim. There's not a whole lot of vehicles that are going to be implemented, but you could have more than 8.
Don't act like it's the new hotness though when you're talking.
Yeah,
about it.
that as well. Yeah. And a whole lot of people are clamoring to just work on roads. Like in here, we have road construction and stuff like that, jobs, but you also have all this other mixed in. It's a whole bunch of shit. So there's there's always something you can find to do that you might find fun. But that's just road construction sim. It's just like, I don't know a whole lot of what they could do.
I mean, there's a game out there. It's called Lawnmower Simulator.
I've seen a few of them, yeah, that are just
I believe it's
mundane.
only single player though.
Yeah, it's just mundane jobs that are made with Unity.
I don't have 36 hours on it for a reason.
You have 36 hours on that.
Hey, fuck you.
Holy crap.
I can't hear you currently because the game is so loud, so.
Oh. I'm just saying,
There we
holy
go.
crap, that's a lot of hours.
I mean, let me see actually how many I know I've got a few. Library. Tank Mechanic Simulator, I have 47. Lawnmower Simulator, oh, 40 and a half. My bad. Not 36, 40 and a half.
So, regular work week.
Power Wash Sim, I only have 112.
Yeah, Power Wash Sim is not something.
But it's co-op.
Yeah, but it's, I don't see that as a game where you could, well, maybe. I don't know if you could get like hundreds upon hundreds accumulated hours on that.
Some of those places take a long time, and if you're playing with friends, then it's, a lot funner than just by yourself. Those are the only simulators I have right up in my teeth right now that I've played halfway recently. I've only got 30 hours on Arma 3, which is a complete squirrel from what we're doing, but it's a army simulator. It's a military sim, mil sim. It's fun though. It's just superbly confusing at first with like so many commands. It's like they use all of the keyboard, plain and simple.
Just like Elite Dangerous, I think it's called.
Yeah.
It's not. No, what is it called? What's that? It's a ship game. It's a spaceship game.
One of them is called Elite Dangerous. It's a spaceship game. It's cross-platform.
Yeah.
Our Australian friend plays it a decent chunk.
Yeah, that one. I seen it on Steam, and I was watching some YouTube videos on it because I was like, oh, maybe I do want to get this game because it looks cool. And then I seen some of the stuff that goes into it, and I'm like, I don't know if I have the mental capacity to fucking play this. It looks extremely complicated.
That's the thing with me as well. I love games. I love playing games. But I am a simple man. Don't throw everything you have at me. I am but a simple person. It's like, oh yeah, no, to do this, there's like 18, 19, 20 different commands that you need to know. Cool. Is there one with like 2?
Are you able to join?
Short answer, no. I'm sitting here at the loading screen. I let it settle for a hot minute, and I tried loading it again.
Your picture's actually on the thing this time.
Well, I'm sitting here looking at the, loading bar at 2.5 inches from the end, and 10 out of 10 would not recommend it.
Well, we'll see. Is this because last time you were trying it, didn't even show your little picture down there.
Okay, I gotcha. So it might decide it's going to work. Probably not, but might. Oh, so I might be able to pick your brain. I need your help, Matt. Thunder, sorry. Words. I need to make some vampires for a game I'm in and a human for a game I'm in.
Okay.
What do you think I should make?
No idea.
Because
vampires and humans.
For World of Darkness, Vampire the Masquerade, I need to make 2 vampires, 2 more vampires. I made 1 already. It kicked me out. That's okay. But, also in the chat if you have any ideas, because it's going to take a while for me to have these ready. I need some ideas because I've run out. I made 1, and that's where all my creativity went.
So the next one's gonna get the leftovers, if any.
Well, that's the issue. I need to make 3 kindred and 1 human.
Yeah, see, I have no ideas because just haven't been into all that.
Well, I was thinking of stealing. What was it? Was it Comanche?
Maybe. Don't know.
It was like 8 years ago.
Yeah, only.
Actually, since since it decided not to play nice, let me open up the file on my computer, because I actually digitally recreated all of our character sheets. I almost shut my computer off.
Your picture's still in this game as well. No.
Well, the game is closed. I shut the game down.
Wait. Let's go back to
gonna...
Go back to the
No,
main
it's not
menu here.
you. I'm gonna
Well,
reset it. Just keep working.
Your picture is as if you're in the game. So that's why I'm just like, go back to the main menu real quick.
Oh, I gotcha.
Restart it one more time.
Yeah, let me open up Adobe real quick, like in a hurry.
Okay.
Oh, WOD sheets. So it was... Because I have Doc. I have my guys. I guess I don't have yours. I've got Vampire 5.human, 5.human. Anyway, yeah, no, I guess I don't have yours. But I want to say, was it Comanche?
Which... That was the first story. The very first one we ever did.
Yeah, in
Over
10
it.
dot. Yeah, it was 10 dot.
Over at his house.
Yeah, because it was Parker, Doc, and I want to say, was it Comanche?
Yeah.
So I was thinking of stealing you.
Yeah,
if you didn't mind.
That was way back when it was Comanche 42.
Yeah, and that's why I was thinking that.
Way back on the Xbox. We were just getting into Steam then as well. That was 2000. That was 2013 because I joined Steam.
Yeah, I was gonna say 13, 14 was roundabouts because he moved in later on.
Yeah, because I remember he was telling me about Steam, and I was just like, oh, I better get myself a computer then, and I got myself a computer with my first tax return working for the state.
Yeah.
And I also bought them tires from you too that time.
That'd be between 14 and 17.
And didn't you deliver them with your supercharged Ford?
It could have been on my Lightning, yeah.
And I told you, hey, this guy keeps revving up his engine across the street. Just like, okay. Fucking supercharger.
Let that Roots blower scream.
Hell yeah.
I was actually thinking of buying a Detroit Diesel. And the cool thing about those, I've probably said this before, Detroit Diesels are naturally aspirated unless they're turboed. But
yeah,
when you think of a blower for a supercharger, what do you think of?
Yeah, obviously the hot rod version, the triple butterfly valve, or the open snout.
Yeah, and those are called like a 671 or something like that. Like when it's a Whelen 671 or something. The cool thing about those is that those are off of Detroit Diesel engines.
Which ones?
Because since Detroit Diesel engines are a two-stroke, they need a supercharger to push air into the system. So that they'll run.
Yeah.
The superchargers don't make a lot of boost, so basically they're naturally aspirated because they're just pulling in and creating the atmosphere for the engine to run. So yes, they're making 2, 3, 4 pounds of boost, but in all actuality, it's not really anything. And that's where the 671, 871, 1271, the size of the blower, whenever you're looking at those blowers, that's where that number came from. Is because in the old days when the hot rodders would take a supercharger off of a motor, it's like, those make boost so that those two strokes can run. What if we put those things that make boost onto a normal engine that doesn't have boost? Because at that point in time, they were just throwing shit at the wall and saw what stuck. So people were like, we'll just take that and put it on this.
That's where that's where the rat rods came from as well. Was
Oh, yeah.
people fucking just experimenting.
Oh yeah, that was the heyday of, you know, hot rodding, rat rodding.
Yeah, rat
Was
rodding,
like the
moonshine,
50s and 60s.
moonshine runs.
Oh yeah, like
All
even
that.
back in the 30s when they were moonshine running, 40s moonshine running.
Oh, yeah.
That type
they
of
had,
stuff.
They had all kinds of cobbled together cars that were.
Oh well, some of the things is some of those old cars, it's like they would just, it's like, oh yeah, no, it's just an old car, but it's all hopped up in some weird
Yep.
way that's just somehow worked.
Yeah, and that's that. I think those would be like if you were to bring one out of that time area into now, that would be what you would call a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Because it didn't look like much, but as soon as you get into it, you start to realize what you've got on your hands there.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no, this isn't anything special, but it's got a V8 that makes like 250 horsepower at the time. Oh, that's ludicrous.
Oh, yeah.
It's a small little V8, but it makes all the power in the world.
Okay, so the game is up.
Yeah, if you just want to go, if you just want to be rolling while I ramble about stupid shit.
Oh, you want to try and rejoin? Because I'm done with the mission.
I'm trying. I'm trying to join. Trust me, I am making the attempts. I just redid the whole verification, so password. No promises, but
Try.
well, squeeze my nuts and call me Sally. It's not working. But yeah, I mean that's the thought process on that end. Since I'm out of ideas because I'm an uncreative person. But the thing is there's also two other people that are also making more characters and don't really want them overlapping too much, if that makes sense. One of the vampire I made is a Roman Catholic that almost died but was saved by their sire in the hospital. And this is a modern day thing, so they died 2 years ago. I doubt you can guess to what, or 3 years ago at this point. And they're like a superbly religious person. Like they've got true faith in this world. So, yeah. I kind of saw like the feeding styles in this new book, and it's like, I like that one. I'm gonna make a person off of that. And so they can talk their way or lie their way out of anything. Can they fight? No. Can they talk? Yes.
Convince the enemy to attack itself.
Well, that's the thing. It's like in a 5-dot system, there's not a lot. But this person, they're rolling like 12 or 13 dice, which is a lot. That's kind of like my guy. He's
there you go.
Yeah, he was just the bruiser of the group. He was meant to, keep the people safe if, they got into a fight. And that's all he was until we went to Texas, and it's like, the Russian mob's here. I'm going to overthrow the Russian mob with the Italian mafia because, of course I am. Uh, he rolls 12 to 13 dice depending on the situation. If he's hungry, that person's gonna get bit.
Alright, I'm gonna go into a cutscene here then.
All right, yeah, no, I'm just gonna meander, but I'll shut up for a minute.
I'm very proud that you made it this far and didn't let yourself get dragged down by all the hassles and social tension. Because of your great commitment and hard work, the dust is starting to settle and the disputes have been resolved. With all its attractions, the park is a wonderful opportunity to create a space where all city residents can feel comfortable. Here they can see their city together from a new perspective. And maybe they will realize that it's worthwhile to live here after all.
Yep, it is an elevator. There's a small little centerpiece
Oh, cool.
that elevates you to the top of the tower. Okay then.
So how's it look? How's the new thing?
Just the thing. Looks like a little tower looking thing. I don't know. It's hard to explain. You just have to see it.
Nice.
I didn't know the entrance to that. I didn't see the entrance to that pirate thing, but it says enter.
I hate it,
Yeah.
but I love it.
I'm just like, they're trying too hard now.
Why are you the way that you are?
So now that I'm not on a mission, I'm wondering if maybe that mission was just bugged.
No, because I'm still loading.
Okay, so
Or are you talking about the 0 out of whatever?
I was just talking about if you're able to join. So your picture's on the thing. Oh, but you left.
Yeah. So let me tell it that I'm just going to go away. And again, I'm going to make an attempt at this. Manage. Browse local files. Don't do that. Properties, that's what I'm looking for. Verify integrity. But yeah, that's kind of the thing that I'm trying to figure out. Because for a human, I was planning on having a person as like the district's attorney, a judge, or a detective or something. But we already have somebody who's like that. So I was, and it's like I have a vampire who's part of the church.
Yeah, you can take my blacksmith guy.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thought I was having.
Like, absolutely. What am I gonna do? You know.
I mean, I'd throw my guy in there as well, but they're off a 10-dot system and they're a little bit insane.
All of ours were, I thought.
Oh yeah.
That's why we That's why we ended up so powerful.
Oh yeah. I mean, he had, what was it? 11 different people he saw and would talk to. And, you know, that on Friday nights on my D&D game, that happened to my paladin. He got 3 wishes, which are basically the most powerful spell in the game, but he is now permanently 100% insane. He belongs in an asylum.
I believe it was also like that was like one of those dual sword wielders, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I made my own swords that I used in battle.
Yeah, you carried around pool cue holders.
Yeah, that's right. So that it'd look kind of not really all that suspicious.
Yep. Yep. See, the funny thing is my guy's name is now officially to the cops and everyone. His name is Igor. But he looks Italian, and he sounds like he's from the Bronx. He's got a super, super New Yorker accent. But I don't even attempt it because I can't do it. But basically think, you know, the most stereotypical New Yorker. That's him.
Mm.
But his name is Igor, and he looks Italian. Never said he had to make sense. He's a disaster on a good day. But yeah, no, he was just laying low, doing what he needed to do to survive. And then it's like, oh, we're in Texas. Oh, the Russian mob's here. I'ma overthrow the Russian mob and destroy the city. What? The storyteller was just chilling, having a good time, and all of a sudden I'm just like, here, I have this for you, and I handed him a bomb. Do as it with you will. We are currently running a club. Think goth to a degree is the club. Oh, it's a mess. All right, let's try again, but this time with vigor.
Oh yeah.
I has kitty.
Okay, you've joined the game and your picture's here.
I am loading. I verified the files again. It is loading much slower than it was. But I know I'm looking at a picture of a bulldozer, and the security post thing that's there with the light on it, if it gets just past that first leg and stops, I know it's a no-go. But it's taking a very long time to load. Up to that point. It's up to that point, and oh, it seems to have gone past it. There we go. Looky there.
Too bad, because I'm wondering if you're going to get the achievement now.
I don't care.
Is the achievement for completing all the campaign missions in the U.S.?
That I am not sure of, due to the fact that, you know, I'm just co-op.
I'm trying to find as well skills.
Is it?
Not skills. Upgrade level. No, that's one. That's not it either. Milestones. Ah, there you are.
Oh, there I am.
Okay. So asphalt. I have 140 out of 200 meters. So I'm going to try this a few times.
Oh, do you have to lay it? Or
don't
what's
know.
it say?
I don't know. No, it just says buy. So,
Well, it's going to be a humongous waste of money,
but
but
I'll get it completed. Okay, let's see. What is that? I was at 140.
I am
And-
waiting for all of my data to be synchronized so I can do something.
And now I'm at 159. So that is a legitimate way. Yeah, I am but it is a huge waste. I get it. I get half of that back every time. Philip is 10,619, and emptying is only 4,534. So I'm getting less than half.
I am not allowed to leave the yard.
Oh yeah, why is that?
It's waiting for data to be synchronized.
Oh yeah.
I can run around the yard all I want, but the second I try and climb a fence, it resets me. I can't look at the map. I can't look at my profile. They broke their game with an update.
Possibly.
Possibly. This never happened before.
That's true, I guess. I'm wasting a ton of money. Need to get to 300. I'm using the layer machine to do this. I'm just glad this is a legitimate way. It's a waste of money, but it is working.
You've only blown over 100 grand at this point.
Yeah. Can you see it ticking up and down?
Oh yes, you were at 10,411,000, and now you're at 10,280 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the data is not synchronizing anymore.
Okay, now to fill this up, I went from 10,000. What was it? Like 10,000 a bunch. And then now it's down to 9,706 to fill this up. So,
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
what's the other one? Can't remember now. Milestones. Oh, I need to rent a machine as well for 432 hours to fully progress that one. That's in-game time, by the way, because there's no way I have 400 hours on this game.
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
at 398 out of 432. So that's in-game time. Progress. So I need to buy a bunch of sand. Okay, so pull out a dump truck. Fleet. Let's see. There you are. Take him out. Yeah, because we don't use a whole lot of sand. Oh, this one's a little more annoying, though. Because I have to go into a pipe menu twice. I did advance the milestone. And I just... so 300. That went by really quickly. Fill up. Sand. Fill up. Empty. At least this one I get a bunch back. Like to fill it up, it's 18 grand. And to empty it is 10 grand. So I only lose 8 grand on each. But it also goes a lot faster because I'm able to... There it is, done. Then empty. Okay. That one went by way faster. Did you leave?
No,
Oh.
It's just not synchronizing. I got here, but it's refusing to synchronize.
trailer. Let's rent something. What should we rent? Probably something that takes it's very little money to rent, right? 'Cause it just says rent a machine. It
Yeah.
doesn't say specifically
I would
what.
think so.
So let's rent something that's the cheapest. 1,200. Oh, 800 for a trailer. Just checking over everything. 800 is probably the cheapest, though. More likely. That's a little grader. Looking at it. Yeah, that's a tiny grader. 860 for the compact wheel loader, the little little bobcat looking thing. It's not bobcat though, fortunately. No, I'm gonna rent the bobcat looking one. Because we might be able to have fun with it. Mess around. Yes, let's go ahead and rent that.
Yeah, no, it's just not synchronizing. The game is broke.
I'm surprised you were still trying. Figured you would have
Oh yeah.
reloaded by now.
Nah, I mean, last time I left, it didn't let me rejoin for like 30 minutes.
What is bobcat? Okay. Yeah, this is bobcat. Looks pretty nice, actually. It's very kept with the style for the first person mode. Kept with the style of a bobcat.
Sweet.
This one's got a window. This one's even more fancy. It's fancier than a lot of the bobcats you would rent. A lot of them would just be a cage with an open front bit and a little harness you just pull down in front of you. This one's got a freaking window and a windshield wiper blade.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, very. Alright, let's see if I can be a menace to traffic for a minute. Yay! Just being a menace right now. Okay. Let's back to the garage. There's another thing I need to do too, is like buy fuel and repair.
Yeah.
Still got some of that to do. To advance like the see, I think it's not milestones, it's progress? No. Skills? No. Upgrade levels, there it is. So I've done all these. Done all these. Okay, so refueling. Fill up 50 times, which is almost done. 72%. And then repair 50 times. And that'll be the last of those. And then I'll have everything for upgrade level L. then there's also the skills, which I have 1, 2, 5 more. So I'm guessing level 30 is the max. Then just based off of that. Since I'm creeping towards level 26, and I've got 5 more skill points to earn
Yeah, that would make sense.
at level 30. I've traveled 523,598 meters.
Jeez.
And I've walked a total of 146,863 meters of that.
Lots of running.
Yeah. Distance driven with wheels tracks, 376,735 meters. Distance on wheels is 338,000 meters. And distance on tracks, 38,000. Yeah, you don't go very far when you're on a tracked vehicle.
What? No. What made you think that?
Oh, this is good too. Time on foot, 31 hours. That's a lot of hours. That's actual hours too. Because we have a little over 100 hours in this game right now.
Oh, that's crazy.
Time in rented construction machines, 3 hours. Time in purchased machines, 61 hours. So 31 out of that 100 hours was just on foot as well. There's a lot of on foot. We've earned 24,330,000.
So we've burnt through 14 million.
Yeah, buying machines and materials,
concrete and all that stuff. Yeah.
We've started 24 contracts and we've finished 23 of them. Apparently, we didn't finish one.
I'm gonna guess that one of those was kind of like we had to abandon it because we couldn't keep going or something like that.
Yeah, we had to skip a stage. Might be that one. That one where we had to skip a stage because it was glitched out all to hell. Yeah, contracts canceled one. So yeah, it was one we did have to fully cancel and probably restart.
Oh boy. Yep. But I think I might be heading out. It's getting there, you know.
Yeah,
since my game's all borked.
Yeah, since something isn't working, clearly.
Yep. Hopefully they get it fixed.
Yeah. Either that or maybe my internet connection is not the best, who knows?
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's the update because everything was fine for however many episodes before that update. And then the second they update it, it's just new. Bad.
Yeah, they might. That also could be. Yeah, might have to release a hot patch.
Yeah, I'm sure they will for some of that stuff because there was a few things in there that it's like, you know, not counting how many items you put in places, that needs fixed.
Yeah.
It's like I just placed, you know, all of these materials, but it's 0 out of all of them. What do I need now? Which one is missing? Because, yeah, game, small config, my wishes for this game, new update has broken. Okay.
Okay. So we're halfway done with the campaign missions, so this page includes both.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
maps.
Yeah.
23 out of 50 contracts we've completed. So we have a few more contracts on this map that have not been finished, or have not been done. Locations, 24 out of 49. That seems like half. That's 49%, but...
Yeah.
Wealth. Capital
It wants $50 million. I'm 21% of the way there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a lot. Holy crap. Collectibles found, 1 out of 200, so that's including both maps. Machine class. Own the entire range. Okay. So 18 out of 38. Company expansions, 10 out of 24. Milestones, 29 out of 62 milestones completed. So there must be, because I have a few more milestones here, so that must be map specific as well. So even the largest construction site can be mastered through a division of labor, be a team player, and take part in several online games. Alright, 10 out of 20. So I'm guessing the rest of those are on the other map. Considering we're at whatever episode, we're past 10.
So this person is saying in multiplayer they can't connect because once they're over 40%, they cannot reconnect to the game. So
Yeah, very strange.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Phenomena.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like this person, they're just saying play 2015. It's like
Yeah.
until they get it fixed, just play 2015. But yeah.
I've had 187 crashes. 4 traffic violations. I got those before I turned off the stupid thing.
Oh yeah, you just if you want to play it like that, that's fine. But yeah, turn that shit off and just bulldoze through everything.
It was so annoying because it was just like, oh, both lights are red. Still sitting here. Still sitting here. Still sitting here. A few minutes later, still sitting there. Oh, finally got my green light. And then blocked down the
Yeah.
road, red light. Sitting there, sitting there, sitting there,
Yeah,
sitting there, sitting
it's
there.
like nobody wants to watch that. Plus,
Yeah.
with how
I don't
terrible
want to. I don't want
the
to sit.
GPS system is.
But I have not been caught speeding though, because we turned that shit off real quick within the first episode.
Yep. Real quick in a hurry, like yeah.
It's like, nope, we're done with all that.
But I think I'm just gonna head out.
Okay.
You
That's
have
good.
a good one.
Uh-huh.
Take care. Don't have too much fun now.
Alrighty.
Don't you dare think about that.
I won't.
We'll talk to you later.
Later.
See ya.
Okay. Oh, that's yep, that's going to be it. Didn't get as long as I wanted, but that's okay. Just organizing my Discord here. There we go. Yep, that's going to be it for this. Oh, that was crazy. That shadow. That's going to be it for this episode of a Construction Simulator. It seems like we're done with the main game as far as this map is concerned. I would like to get those couple of contracts that we have not done before. Now, the only problem is I don't know which ones those are. I don't know which contracts I've done and have not done. I might come back out in here off camera and do some of these others, other than the ones that are like these, like the single family house, the swimming pool. Obviously, you guys might want to see those. But these small jobs, these mini jobs, I might do one of each, but I need to keep track, I think, somehow. somehow I'm gonna have to keep track of which ones I've done, because these roads, I don't know if these roads are repeating. The transport ones I could see, the transport ones and the mini jobs I could see repeating, because that makes sense. In case you're out of money, all the other contracts can run out, but you can do all these little jobs to earn a bit of money if you're low on that. But yeah, it is what it is. So, like I said, that's going to be it for this episode of Construction Simulator 2022. So, I do hope you enjoyed, even with all the bugs. We did run into some issues today. Hopefully they get that fixed. Yeah. Until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.